So for the latest on the road and highway conditions, let's bring in OPP Sgt. Kerry Schmidt for the latest on this. I'm sure you guys have been so busy this morning. I'm curious to know, what have the calls been like in terms of the crashes you're seeing on the major routes right now?
Yeah, we've got fire trucks just leaving here right now. Paramedics checking on some injured parties. This vehicle getting towed behind me. A two-vehicle crash here, another one just up the road. Yeah, again, dozens and dozens and dozens of crashes and collisions happening constantly. Talking to officers here, just trying to keep up with the calls and then trying to get across the cities from one end to the other to deal with these issues. Lots of snow. Clouds are out here constantly. But again, the snow continues to fall and blow. Temperatures are brutal. And it is just a really miserable day out here on the roads. I don't know what to say. If you don't need to be on the roads, this is one great day to stay home. But it is a really slippery, slick day out here.
Yeah, I mean, we started speaking to you at 6 o'clock this morning, and you kind of started out with about 15 crashes, and I'm sure it's in the hundreds now. When people are in a situation where their vehicle is stuck, there's been a collision. I know star OPP 511 or 911 if there's been something serious, but what are kind of the wait times people are looking at right now if they do find themselves in trouble on the roads? As I'm sure it's cumulative. The more crashes there are, the more that you got to spend your resources to attend to them.
Yeah, exactly. And getting tow trucks in place here, we're now calling all available tow trucks to attend and help out and assist with vehicles and calls for service here right now. It can be an hour, hour and a half or more, depending on situations. We've got a couple of heavy tow trucks dealing with tractor trailers down at the east end of the city. And, so far, we're keeping up with as much as we can, but there are delays obviously involved. And then with the snow, and then when the plows are out there, if you're behind slow-moving traffic, that's fine. You're going to be safe. You're going to be on a plowed road, but it will take time to get across where we're going, and we're doing the best we can. We just need drivers to really, really understand the responsibility and the importance of them doing their part and sharing the road safely with everybody, because, it only takes one person to hit the wall, go sideways across all lanes, and all of a sudden you got a multi-vehicle secondary crash with injuries, and that's really a really bad day.
Yeah, it can really lead to a dangerous domino effect. Sergeant Schmidt, you've been covering this, the roads, and obviously you've been out during the various seasons. But in your recent memory, have you ever kind of experienced a snowstorm this bad? I think the last big one we had was around Boxing Day when there was 12 centimeters. How does today compare to that?
Yeah. Well, the cold, it's the temperature. I'm freezing out here. But anybody who's outdoors, it's cold. All the snowstorms we've had so far this year have all been that beautiful -3, -4 degrees or wherever, or you get the nice snowflakes and clouds clear it off and it's gone. We haven't had this kind of wind and snow and blowing snow and reduced visibility and just that ice and so on that is just causing all sorts of problems. And so, yeah, this is definitely the worst one of the season so far. It's certainly not without precedent. We've had bitter, cold, windy snowstorms in the past, but it really is a tough day today. And hopefully it starts to relent and subside as the afternoon moves on. But, the damage is done, and I think a lot of people took the warnings and stayed home.
Yeah.
But for now, we just need drivers to really take their time if you absolutely have to be out on the roads.
Okay, well, OPP Sgt. Kerry Schmidt joining us live. Thank you so much. Your ears, your nose, your face looks cold. I'll let you try to heat up in your vehicle. Good luck to you, and thank you for your service. OPP Sgt. Kerry Schmidt.
Thank you.
Thank you.